What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well today. So earlier this week we got the Frontlines game mode to the Suez map. DICE is still continuing their journey on bringing the Frontlines game mode to the vanilla maps. I think like a little bit over a week ago I got to experience some more new maps on the CTE, where I got to play St. Quentin Scar and Sinai. So expect to see those maps coming out in the future. But today we're on Suez, and I brought out the Russian armored truck, so it's kind of fun coming back to some of these vanilla maps and bringing new DLC content to them. So, like I've said yesterday when I was playing some Argarni Forest, it's just fun coming back to these vanilla maps. Keeps it fresh, and it keeps it even more fresh when you have these different weapons here. It just gives a completely kind of different lens to the map, that you don't look at things that you normally would just because of the weapons that you're using. So unfortunately, we still got a little bit of the ricochet bug going on here. I was kind of hoping that maybe DICE would flip this in when they brought Frontlines to Suez earlier this week, but it looks like not going to be the case. Expect to have that fixed though by when Turning Tides comes out, because if not, that's definitely not a good look for DICE, especially for a bug that's borderlining, if not game breaking. So yeah, hopefully that will get fixed with our monthly update in December. If you're still having a hard time taking out tanks, my recommendation is go with 2 mines. If you use 2 mines on any tank, they blow up the tank. Use some smoke grenades to give you some cover, and run up to the tank like behind it. Drop 2 mines, and then as your other gadget, have like a heavy tank grenade and throw that down. Or if you want to, you can shoot the mines that are on the ground and explode the tank. I know it's easier said than done if you're playing against someone who's pretty tank savvy and they're, exploiting the ricochet bug a little bit. But, it might be a better approach than you just kind of sitting there wasting your AT rocket guns on some of these tanks. So hopefully that maybe gives you guys a little bit of help when it comes to that. I know it's, again, easier said than done, but I found a little bit of some luck playing today on Frontlines mode, where some people were, doing a really good job with their tank, and I was able just to go on to kamikaze mission and just drop some mines and, was able to explode some of those tanks. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Now, when it comes to Frontlines on the Suez map, it's pretty similar. It keeps the same kind of approach, that kind of linear feel to what Suez has always kind of been like. If you've played other game modes like Operations or even Conquest on this map, it has that very linear flag placement. So with Frontlines here, it pretty much stays true to that. It does branch off there a little bit to the right with the next flag that we push up towards too. But for the most part, still pretty linear when it comes to playing on the Frontlines mode, which some would say it kind of works out better. So for the most part, when I was playing today, it wasn't really all too bad for me. I was having a pretty good time playing it. So I would assume that this should, mesh well with how Suez plays out. So still on the side over here, using the machine gun. It's kind of interesting when I use this weapon on people. I feel like a lot of times people just kind of underestimate it. I feel like there's a lot of situations where I'm shooting people, and then it will just like put damage on them, and then before they like start to move, it just starts to melt them, and they end up dying before they even move. It's like they don't like respect how much damage is being put on them. Maybe I miss them, and then it doesn't look like I'm gonna keep shooting at them, and then I get my cursor right on them good enough, and then I start laying more power onto them, and then it ends up killing them. So I don't know if that's the same case for you guys, but I'm not sure if it's just the enemy player not having really good ping, so by the time his internet registers he's being shot, it's too late. So yeah, but for the most part, it's kind of what I experience when I'm using this armored vehicle here. So kind of playing more of a conservative approach. I had some instances earlier in this game that I'll kind of link the video kind of up there to the top there for you guys to kind of see what was going on. I was trying to like evade enemy players, and I was getting myself stuck on a spot that I feel like I've gotten stuck on there before. It's just been so long since I've actually played this map. So I feel like, and even using vehicles on this map too, it's kind of been a while. So yeah, kind of having that like kind of refreshed into my mind again. I was like, man, it's been a while. And that's kind of the interesting thing when you come back to some of these maps, you just see new angles of it, or you remember things you might have forgotten. Because I feel like I've done this before. I feel like it's something I would have done, but yeah, definitely now I think I'll probably end up remembering. There's that little bit of that edge right there, and that's a kind of a sketchy situation to be in, especially if you're on a vehicle here that is notorious for having terrible, maneuverability. So still want to stay out as far as I can a little bit. I want to push up, but And I do come up here a little bit, but it's just trying to get myself positioned in a good spot where I got some teammates around me, and they just keep kind of pushing out at me. Even this scout class is being aggressive, and you know, I wasn't really too worried about that. I was getting shot a lot of times by the, you know, as you can see, I'm getting shot by K bullets a lot, but I'm not too concerned about them for the most part here, because I wasn't really getting attacked much by assault players. And you know, when it really comes down to, if you got a scout class shooting with K bullets and you're not really shot by assault players, and your teammates are probably going to take out the scout classes, because you need a lot of K bullets to finish off, especially a artillery truck like this that has or an armored truck, whatever it is. At least it's defined as an armored truck technically, but it comes up as a tank on BF1. But yeah, for the most part, the armor on this is pretty strong, so you're gonna need a lot of K bullets. So like I said, it'd be very interesting to see how many K bullets it would take to take out this armored vehicle here. So now I'm gonna try pushing up. Now I feel more confident. Now I have some teammates around me. We kind of fell a little bit behind a little bit there. They pushed us back once, and I didn't want to get pushed back again. So I would play a little bit more aggressive here and make sure that we cap E for the most part. And yeah, even if I died here, I would still be fine with it. Because sometimes even when I play tank, or when I'm playing tanker class, sometimes I'm kind of like in situations where, you know, I'm surviving because I get overrun by enemy players, so I move back. And I'm like staying alive, but I'm not really helping my teammates out at all. I'm just kind of more just staying alive more, and I don't like that approach. And I get myself caught now with a tanker, because it's kind of addicting when you get these streaks, right? But if I'm not winning, that's kind of my main focus in getting like streaks. So sometimes, like after I died with this tank earlier, I was kind of like, you know what? If I get myself in a situation again where I die, I'm fine with it. I'd rather go play with my assault class, because I feel like I can do more sometimes damage on capping vehicles or capping territories than I can with my vehicles when I'm just in a, you know, assault class. So, but for the most part here, we were able to at least come over here and cap E. And now we're going to make our final push up here, up the hill a little bit, that we still got to deal with a tank that's blasting us. I fortunately ran out of shells, so I was about to blast him, but then I said, now I got to pull back here and get myself reloaded a little bit, and see if I can do a little damage on him, even though I know how the ricochet bug has been like lately, so I'm not expecting much here. Which, yeah, exactly. So still got the little bit of 3 damage. So, you know, I'm only whatever, like, you know, how many, 33 shots away or something like that to get to finishing that off. But yeah, I'm like, nah, let's just move over here to the side and keep pushing up over here. Maybe I'll give my teammates some good, better spawn positioning when it comes to them spawning in my tank. Hopefully that will help them out, since I'm not on the ground throwing smoke, which is what I'm usually doing. Even though I got shot there from the side there, and then I get stuck here again as I swap out to the driver's side. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push. I want to get out of here as quick as I can. Now, fortunately, that tank didn't try to pursue me, which is a good thing there, because he could have probably put one more shot on me. He could have finished me off if it didn't ricochet, but he ended up pushing around and kind of doing that Chaman meta there, where he's gonna drop the artillery strike onto, you know, wherever the telegraph is at. So. But for the most part, I'm just going to repair myself, and I'm going to make a more of a solid push over here to the side. So, yeah, again, those telegraphs are just generally the general area where, you know, the flags would be at. But, again, keeping that very Frontlines approach and not having flags there, but having telegraphs there instead. So, but, yeah, very, very similar to, like I said, how it's always kind of been with Suez. And for the most part, some would say that this might be a better game mode when it comes to playing on this map. So. But now I'm going to try to hopefully finish off this Chaman and give my teammates a better, you know, chance at, you know, capping B over there. But for some reason I thought seeing all that fire there, I thought they might have killed the Chaman, so I was kind of focused more to my left. And then I'm still getting shot by K bullets like non-stop this game. And I got shot by so many K bullets that, yeah, I definitely should have died maybe a couple of times with the amount of K bullets that hit me if I wasn't repairing myself. But yeah, no, it's back. It's definitely back over there. And, you know, of course, I'm still ricocheting off. And it feels like I probably should stop using the tank, because I feel like the majority of these videos now I'm just going to talk about the ricochets. It's all that ends up happening here. But, yeah, I keep forgetting it, to be honest with you, because when I'm coming to some of these maps and I'm bringing out the armored vehicle, it's, yeah, I have not playing a lot of tanks so much. It's kind of these like rare occasions that I'm playing them. It seems like it's playing them a lot with my videos, but it's really not the case. But yeah, so I just dipped out of there as quick as I could. Fortunately, that time actually it looked like I like maneuvered like way better than what I usually do. So that's the kind of the perk of driving in the front part of the vehicle and not driving with the backside, which is what I'm doing right now. But yeah, good. I had a pretty good, solid teammates. So even though I wasn't really in play too much of what was going on there, they were able to recap the telegraph and kind of finish the game off from here. So. But yeah, so that's your approach then. That's how Suez is going to be like, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So that's basically it for you guys today. I appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin, and I will catch you guys again later. Peace.